What is up, and welcome back to the Sixers Break Room. Your boy is back from vacation. The first video I wanted to do is a breakdown of this Joel Embiid game winner. But first, if you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We don't just talk Philadelphia 76ers here. Yes, I know the name of the channel is the Sixers Break Room, and that's how it started, but we've expanded. We talk about all different teams in the NBA. We break down films from all different playoff games, all different moments. Like, this is a basketball channel. So if you like basketball, you want to learn about the game, and you want to see breakdowns of what's going on in the NBA, how things work, why things work, what things work, make sure you guys keep it locked here in the Sixers Break Room. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Now, let's get to this play. Tied 101 to 101, 2.6 seconds left, 0.9 on the shot clock. The Philadelphia 76ers run a play for Joel Embiid. Let's watch it in real time first, and then let's break it down. So here you have Maxey and Niang coming off. You get the screen from Tobias Harris. Bang, three from Joel Embiid. But let's break down why this works, shall we? We're going to start by talking about what the Philadelphia 76ers did on this play. So first you have Niang right here. You see Niang is setting a little screen, and Tyrese Maxey is going to come flying off of this screen. Now, as soon as Tyrese Maxey passes Niang, you're going to see that Niang trails right behind him. This gets all of the movement going to the opposite side of the floor. Then from there, you're going to have Tobias Harris. Once Niang passes his body, Tobias Harris does this little in screen, they call it. Joel Embiid is popping out to the sideline, and the rest is history. You get the wide open three in the corner. Now, I think that the Toronto Raptors actually make a few different mistakes on this play. Number one, they don't have anybody over the ball. And now this was a decision that was made, it seems, on the fly, because you had some communication from Fred VanVleet and Nick Nurse, where Nick Nurse is telling them to go under the basket. Now, the reason why you would want to have a player under the basket here is because with 0.9 seconds left, you're thinking maybe they're getting something going to the rim. And you can even see Maxey is kind of curling. He looks like he's going to be curling off of this, and Niang looks like he's going to be curling off of this. But really, they end up fading out to the wing. But you get this movement, and you're thinking, we don't want a lob over the top. Let's put somebody there. But then again, if you're worried about a lob over the top, I'm not sure you want the smallest guy you have on the floor being the guy kind of protecting the rim there. So that's number one. I probably would have had somebody over the ball. Typically, the guy you're going to put over the ball is somebody that has some length, long arms, active. That way it's hard to make the pass. And not only that, in these situations, you usually see a guy kind of shading the sideline here. The reason for that is with 0.9 seconds left, the chances of a guy running away from the ball being able to catch, turn, and get a shot in 0.9 of a second is very low. If you guys pay attention in these situations, typically what you'll see is you're trying to get the pass down the sideline. That way the momentum is heading more towards the basket. They can easily catch, turn, and shoot just like Joel Embiid does. So number one, they probably should have had somebody over the ball. But whether you want a guy over the ball, under the rim, that's preference. The bigger issue here is you can tell there's some massive miscommunications between what is going on and what's supposed to be happening here. So if we take it back a little bit, you can see from the start here. So you got OG guarding Maxey, and you have Pascal Siakam here guarding Niang. As we let the play run a little bit, you can see they're switching everything. So as soon as that screen happens, you can already see Pascal Siakam has now switched on to Maxey. And as we go a little bit further, you're going to see now OG is trailing Niang. They're supposed to be switching everything. There's 0.9 seconds left. We don't want to worry about fighting through screens. Let's just switch everything. However, once you get this screen from Harris, this in screen for Joel Embiid to come out, Gary Trent Jr. here does not switch. In fact, Gary Trent Jr. gets caught kind of watching all of this movement, right? He's seeing four guys run over the top, the two Sixers players and the two Raptors players. And you can see his eyes right there. Look where he's looking. He's not even looking at his man setting the screen. He's not watching the screen at all. He's seeing all of this. What I believe Gary Trent Jr. is seeing right now is he's seeing OG get stuck on Joel Embiid. He's thinking OG's not going to be able to get over the top. So now he takes it upon himself to go run and cover Niang, who looks like maybe he's curling to the basket. Again, the Raptors don't really know what they're running here, but Gary Trent Jr. reacts to that movement right there. And once that happens, he's now out of position to be able to switch. What should have happened here is Gary Trent Jr. seeing the screen from Tobias Harris should have jumped over the top here to pick up Joel Embiid, and then Joel Embiid would not have had the clean look that he has. At this point, you can see Fred VanVleet here. He sees what's going on, and he's going to try to react. But again, he's the smallest guy on the floor. He can't really contest a jump shot from a 7'2 player, and bang. Or the one thing I would have done differently is I probably would have put a guy over the ball, but that's not really what really kills them on this play. What really kills them on the play is they're trying to switch, right? You get the Pascal switch, the OG switch. Gary Trent doesn't switch, and you give up an open shot down the sideline, which is exactly what the Sixers drew up, is exactly what they wanted. So that's a breakdown of that last second play right there and how the Philadelphia 76ers found a way to get the job done. I hated the three that Joel Embiid took at the end of regulation where it was dribble, 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 step back, right? There wasn't really any kind of play. There wasn't really any kind of action there. It was just ISO basketball. At the end of overtime, they actually drew something up. Thank God there were only 0.9 seconds left, or they may not have drawn something up. But it really happened not because the play was so great, but because you didn't have proper communication by the defense and you didn't have the proper switching. Two guys switched properly. One guy doesn't, and that's all it takes to get an open shot in the NBA. What did you guys think of this last play? Were you impressed with the play design? Did you think it was more mistakes by the defense like I did? Sound off below. And what do you guys think is going to happen in Game 4 later this afternoon between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors? I do think the Raptors are going to win tonight. I don't think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to sweep Toronto in Toronto. But hey, time will tell. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. This is the Sixers Break Room. Peace.